In 1523, in Switzerland, oh my god, I gotta start reading these before I start actually reading them out loud. Ulrich Zwingli publishes his 67 articles, the first manifesto of the Zurich Reformation, which attacks the authority of the Pope. Well, if you didn't understand that one, join the club. Maybe I didn't read it well. Why can't I do the daily runs? Oh my god, the debug console is activated. This is what I go through all the time. Usually I'll just start over, but you know what? Today you get to see the process. This happens very often, and I always can't find where it is. Like, if I don't play Isaac in between these dailies, you know, I'm good. Most of the time, I do. But not always do I have the debug console on. Usually what happens is I'll be like, well, I can't play this. Okay, let me turn mods off. Okay, then, why can't I play? Oh, debug console, god damn it. Usually I remember to turn mods off, though. I don't even know if I need to be in this save file. I just go to it. It's just literal natural reaction. Anyway, we're doing a Judas run today. What a great intro. Where are we going? Mom, sorry. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna do the daily run today. We're gonna go all the way to Mom's Heart. And you know what the best part about that death is? First of all, I did think I was oh, safe. That would have sniped me no matter what. Oh my god. I was just about to say, with a Judas run, you gotta be very careful because you never know when it's going to end. That was kind of annoying. But the funny factor, I think, is worth it. So I'm honestly not even mad at all. It was unfortunate, but very funny. So you know what? Now I don't feel pressure about having to do well. No, I still want to get a good score, even though it literally just doesn't matter anymore. But that's the quickest daily streak death yet. You gotta love it. Thank God that wasn't an Eden streak. Actually, if that was an Eden streak, that probably equaled mad views. I bet. The worst way to lose an Eden streak ever. It's only, we can still call that the worst way to lose a daily ever. We can call that the worst way to lose a run ever. We can do whatever we want with that. You know what? But saying Eden streak, I bet you that's just the most effective. Why? Because I'm the YouTuber and I say, so listen to me. I have 10 years of YouTuber experience. I mean, that's not wrong. Not like a professional YouTuber experience. I have less than a year's worth of that. Isn't it crazy that I'm a professional gamer? And you know what that means? It doesn't mean I'm good at the game. It means I play games as a profession. Like I said, doesn't mean I'm good at said games. It just means I would have died to the Malibu room anyway, maybe. It just means that I am epic, more epic than you. If you're not a professional gamer, get the fuck out of here. That's all I gotta say about that. No. So how's your Tuesday doing, everybody? My Tuesday is good. My Tuesday is good. You know, woke up, did a little stretching. Hopped on the computer. I always gotta stretch, or my back and my neck is gonna explode. They might anyway, but this is the best way to prevent said explosion. And we're not even going for a score, so let me pick that up just to get it out of the rooms, you know, whatever the fuck. But if I get a good score, I get a good score. But that's really not the goal anymore. Maybe we'll min-max. You never know. No pressure. So guess what I watched last night? I watched probably one of the most popular movies of all time. I watched The Wizard of Oz, or at least, you know, one of the most timeless movies. I hadn't watched The Wizard of Oz since, oh my god, I was probably younger than 10 if I really had to guess the very last time I watched The Wizard of Oz. I loved the movie as a kid, but as we all know, kid brains are stupid and they like worms and stuff. I mean, I like worms too. Okay, you know what? I got a kid brain. That was so dumb. You know, kids, they don't always like good quality stuff. So I did a little rewatch. And I only did a little rewatch because I was thinking the other day, I was like, wait a second. Do I even remember this movie? I did, to be honest. I rewatched it. I remembered like everything that happened. It's one of those movies that you watch 1,000 times as a kid and it's just forever in your brain. But I hadn't even thought of The Wizard of Oz in like years. And then suddenly that movie just popped in my head. I was like, oh my god, how have I not thought about this in so long? Not that it's like, what, you haven't, people are like, you haven't watched The Wizard of Oz in like 6 months? What's wrong with you? But like, I don't know, I've probably thought of the other movie, like I bet you have referenced the Titanic in the past few years. Maybe I've said lions and tigers and bears. Oh my, I don't know. But literally, I just haven't thought about Wizard of Oz in so goddamn long. So as soon as I thought about it, I was like, oh my god, I want to rewatch that. I did. And did it age well? When was fucking The Wizard of Oz came out? Was it literally 39? I think I looked it up and it said 39. But well, I didn't look it up for the day. I was looking up the movie in general. And I think I saw 1939. So maybe I just saw an irrelevant date. Maybe I saw just random freaking numbers. I don't know. I have no clue, to be honest. However, I did like the movie. Did I love the movie? No, I didn't love it. I liked it though. It was fun. It honestly, the best way I can describe it is it just passed the vibe check. Was the story great? Pretty basic. Was the visuals great? I mean, do I even have to answer that? You know when that movie came out, right? It was the first movie with color. And I also, you know, I didn't watch it legally. So, like, maybe it looked worse than it was supposed to. I don't know. But it didn't look very good at all. Oh, another Mullaboom room. Are you kidding me? But, oh, what is this? Is this random dice effects? I don't really want to do that. I mean, I could. I'm literally just going to buy this, to be honest. I could maybe finesse that map, but I don't want to. So, okay, the movie start. Okay, first of all, actually, I would rather talk about when I watched this shit as a kid. And I'm gonna assume you guys have seen Wizard of Oz or know a lot about it. And if you don't, I'm actually shocked. Oh, come on. I mean, it's cool that I get it anyway. But it's like, what if I could have gotten it anyway and not wasted a bomb? Yeah, we're not going for score. I'm gonna take this. I guess it did allow us to get the Rotten Hearts. You know, I'm content at the end of the day. So, yeah, if you haven't seen Wizard of Oz, or at least know a lot about it, I'm genuinely a little shocked. Not that, like, everyone's seen every movie in the world, but it's the fucking Wizard of Oz. If you haven't seen Wizard of Oz and don't really know anything about it, you know about Wizard of Oz. It's that kind of movie. You'll watch the movie and be like, oh, that's what this is from, that's what this is from, that's what this is from, and just down the line, you'll keep saying that. For, honestly, the entire thing, like, the entire, like, beginning, middle, end has, like, iconic scenes in it. And I'm not even, like, hyping this movie up. It just does. Which is cool, I guess. I mean, good for it. I do think it's a fine movie, like I said. Especially for the time. I'm sure people lost their minds seeing color on screen. As if they don't see color in person. Lol, JK. No, people back then were dumb. Lol, JK, I said. Lol, JK. Not worth. Well, who knows? Maybe worth. Okay. And as a kid, I was scared at, like, everything. I mean, I liked the movie. I never think I considered it a horror movie, but the movie creeped me out very often. Ooh. Okay. Like, in the beginning of the movie, there is a scene where Dorothy falls into, like, a little pen of pigs and it's, like, trapped there. I don't really know how she's trapped there. I think the implication was pigs were, like, trampling her or whatever. It just kind of looked like she was on the ground screaming like a coward, I guess. Even though she was walking the fucking fence. She was walking the fence with no regard for anything. I guess she was trying to balance. She was getting mean to fall. But, like, she was more scared of the pigs than she needed to be if she was going to do that in the first place. I'm going to give it the benefit of the doubt and pretend that she was trampled on. I remember thinking that was scary. And, okay, here's the thing about Wizard of Oz and why I probably thought it was so scary as a kid. That soundtrack... Not even just the songs, just like the background music in general. It's fucking amazing. Like the witch music, the creepy witch music. That's literally top tier. Period. It's just top tier. It's so good. Like da 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 da. That is so fucking iconic. It's disgusting how good it is still. Like, I love it. And that shit was creepy as a kid. And honestly, there were moments that were like a little creepy. Right now, wasn't like, you know, I wasn't like looking behind me to make sure there's no monsters coming or anything. But it was just like, whoa. Like I said, the Wizard of Oz just passes the vibe check. That's literally all there is to it, in the short of it, I suppose. But no, like the soundtrack is so good in general. Even the songs. When Dorothy started singing "Somewhere Over the Rainbow," I started to tear up. That's not true. But it was great. I like the song. But here's how I like the song. I'm not, I'm literally not gonna go and listen to it like on Spotify now. It honestly, it passed the vibe check first of all, but it passed the vibe check in the exact way that Fallout soundtrack passes the vibe check. If you don't know, Fallout has a lot of old school music that I would never otherwise listen to. Well, and to be fair, I did listen to a lot of, Diamond City Radio and Spotify and stuff. So maybe it's not the perfect comparison because I don't think I'm looking up Over the Rainbow. But it's just vibey in the exact same sense that those songs are vibey. We're not going for a score. Let me get out of the system, even though we're probably not going to see it again. And dude, I remember when the house was swept up in the tornado. I was scared about that. Just because of the music, I swear to God, bro. And it was intense, to be fair. It was very intense. But also, that shit was more comical than scary. And I think it was supposed to be comical. Because sometimes... That's irrelevant, I think. Well, I don't know. Maybe tack flies go faster with that. I'm not sure. Well, I have attack... No, I don't have tack fly. Okay, it's from the Harbinger, I guess. It must be, at least. And it's supposed to be more comical, because sometimes you'll watch an old horror movie, or a modern horror movie, and you'll see a part that is supposed to be scary, but you're actually just laughing at it because they just did a really bad job. That's not the case here. It's supposed to be funny. There's a literal grandma in the tornado. Let's read key one more time. I don't even know if you get ultra secret rooms in a dailies. I haven't seen it the other time at Arcane. I must have gone there, or else I got really ungodly unlucky. But as a kid, that was scary, and I forgot how comical that tornado scene would be, or what even happened during it. Because there's literally a grandma knitting, then there's people like rowing a boat. There's a cow flying by, so it's like, how did I ever think this was scary? It's literally clearly a joke. And I feel like there was more moments throughout the show where I was like, oh, this movie's more self-aware than I thought it was, as far as some of the jokes. So I can't think of any examples off the top of my head. If I remember, I'll let you know. And then what's the next song that they sing aside from Somewhere Over the Rainbow? Is it? Oh my god, it's Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. Or I don't even know if it's. I don't think the song starts like that, but it's the Munchkins. And I will say, I enjoyed like 75% of the Munchkins song. The Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead, and the rest. Sing it high, sing it low, and I don't know the rest of it. I always thought those Munchkins were weird as a kid, but I think I liked them. It's hard to fully remember what I thought, but it was just the entire movie just weird vibes as a kid because it's so low quality, voices and everything. So like, I don't know, it's just more trippy, I suppose. We can't even get that my favorite item, and it's fine. We have a charge. Oh, okay, let me go up there and use it. Probably not gonna lead to anything, but I don't want to waste a charge, I suppose. But I liked it for the most part. I got kind of bored, singing "We Welcome You to the Lollipop Guild." I don't know, fucking A, if that was like symbolism or relevant in some way. I was tuned out at that point. I don't even know what the girls before them sang. I really wish I watched it with subtitles, to be honest. The fucking girls, like the male version of the Lollipop Guild or whatever. I have no fucking idea what they were singing. I was tuned out even before them. Like, that one just went on too long. Ooh, baby. It was actually a banger up until that very point. And then it just went on a little too long. Come on. I feel the same way about Nightmare Before Christmas when, with just some of the songs. I can't tell you off the top of my head which songs. But I felt the same way with Nightmare Before Christmas. Wait, what? That reflection is oddly far away. Do you see that right there? Interesting. And then, I guess I'm just gonna have to give you a playback for the entire Wizard of Oz right now. The entire review, I suppose. Well, I won't do that, but I'm just trying to think what my next thoughts on the movie were in chronological order, because I don't want to jump around too much, you know what I mean? I do like me some Aquarius. I do not want you guys to hit me. Hey, back up. Thank you very much. Let's go here. Nothing. So, I like the Scarecrow. I thought the Scarecrow was cool. He was definitely my favorite character. He was the goofiest. His song was fine. Okay, yeah, then we get to the fucking, like, apples, where the trees are throwing the apples at the Scarecrow and Dorothy. That shit scared me as a kid. Okay, this is what I remembered it. They were going through, like, an entire, like, orchard of apples, and they, like, barely escape with their life. There we go, buddy. Thank you, thank you. That's essentially how I remember it. Maybe not, you know, word for word, but I thought it was very intense once upon a time is all I'm trying to say. It was like a minute, 2-minute scene, and only like a few apples were thrown at them, and then they just kind of walk away casually. It's a fine scene. It's just sure as hell not scary at all, and I don't think it's even supposed to be. Maybe it's supposed to be a little creepy, more like I think it's supposed to be like, whoa, these are the witch's powers. She can do this, and I won't go in there literally just to try to get Unicorn Horn to walk into that beggar that could give me something very similar to the Devil Deal. Now that I think about it, but I digress. Did I even go up? Actually, I don't remember. And then the Tin Man. Okay, here's the thing about the Tin Man, and this has nothing to do with the Tin Man, but more about the oil that they pump into the Tin Man. I even remember as a kid, I was like, they are like just tapping him with the oil. There's no way they're actually pouring it there, because the way they unrust the Tin Man is by putting oil like on his joints and stuff, and they literally just like hold it to hit like his joints for like a second. They don't even like tip it up, and it's just like a split second. And sometimes you like hear the audio of the oil pouring in, and there's barely like any oil coming out. That always triggered me as a kid, and it triggered me as an adult as well, because I'm like, they are not really doing that. And it just looks so freaking off, and I genuinely hate that. But that, I suppose it's a nitpick. Like, I'm literally not trying to freak out over this. It's just like, ugh, this grinds my gears. That's all it is. But it grinds it enough to point it out. And then the Tin Man has a song. You know, it's chill. For some reason, I thought he was gonna take my health, so I got scared for a second. It's chill. And then what happens? I don't remember directly. What does happen? We'll figure it out later. And then, essentially then, maybe I'm missing a beat or two, there is the lion, who I always was not sure if I liked the lion as a kid. And even now, I'm still a little unsure, but I think I've deduced why I'm unsure at the very least. He is a weirdo. Because he starts off, you know, I'll put him up, you know, all badass and shit. And then, I don't know. It's like, how did he have the courage to even start threatening them in the first place? When, you know, one of them is like a man made of tin or what could look like metal or whatever. That has an axe they could just chop him with. So it's like, how did he have the courage and then immediately lose the courage when Dorothy attacks? As if one didn't have a fucking, quote-unquote, attack, slapped his nose. As if he couldn't just casually, you know, be scared of a fucking axe. Did I get both those hearts already? I'm literally an idiot. Axes, like, it just doesn't add up, man. It makes no fucking sense, man. I'm freaking out, man. So, and we can get more money here, actually. And I don't know, he's just a weirdo in general. His costume is the weirdest to me. It's kind of like a precursor to Cats, but it's allowed to look a little shitty. And the majority of it might be his outfits. And at that point, I do think his song was the weakest out of the three, to be honest. I don't know why, but I almost feel bad saying that. We literally could have used our hearts on that donation machine on this fucker instead. But I'm not even mad, because we could have gotten, you know, HP from that. Don't even at me with this garbage. Wow, we get 2 plays from that? I expected more. Alright, that was an entire misplay by me. Goodbye, you. Thank you for the heart. I will, however, play this motherfucker. Because I feel like we're more likely to get a payout from him. And we kind of leave empty-handed, actually. Well, unless, you know what, let me try to get a heart and a charge in the shop. Ooh, yeah, thank God we're not getting time, because I am min-maxing the fuck out of this right now. It's okay, because I can talk with the Wizard of Oz for a while now. And I don't know if I thought the Lion song was the weakest, because I already kind of didn't like him too much. Which, again, I feel bad about for some fucking reason. Yeah, I'll go back for red key, not just for the heart. I wouldn't go back just for the heart, to be honest. For the red key, sure. So, I don't know. He looks weird. He's kind of a questionable dude. But as time goes on, I don't mind him as much. I think he can lead to some kind of funny moments. Not that the whole entire movie is hysterical, but, you know, there's just some careless moments where he turns away and other people have to carry him, and it's kind of funny. I suppose. I feel like Tin Man's almost kind of meh. Scarecrow, he's the GOAT, though. He's the GOAT. Don't tell me this is going to work out. It worked out. Scarecrow's definitely the GOAT. Like, no negotiation. I will fight you to the death on this one. I will die on this freaking hill. Scarecrow best. End of story, really. And then what happens? Ooh, we can lose health too. Ooh, or we can gain health. My bad. I don't know why I said lose health instead of gain an item. Oh, we can just simply lose health. Fuck it. Ah! I didn't even see those bombs. Well, that was a net loss. Oh well, we're honestly fine, I think. And then what happens? Is this when the flying monkeys attack? Again, same with the freaking... What are they called? The freaking... trees? I thought the flying monkeys were... Ooh, we do get ultra secret rooms. Something I got really lucky that one time. I thought they were awfully scary. It's fine. I thought the flying monkeys were absolutely goddamn terrifying. I remember they ripped the Scarecrow stuffing out. I was like, oh my god. That scene, I mean, that if any of the scene was supposed to be scary, it's that one or any other time that the witch is on the screen and the music plays, really. So then, or is that flying monkey scene after they already find Wizard of Oz? I can't remember. In my canon right now, the monkey scene came first. I can't recall at the moment. I'm very, very sorry. But I remember that being terrifying. And so like I said, I don't know if this was before or after. My bad. I literally only watched the movie last night. I should know better, but my bad. And then they go into Emerald City. The City of Emeralds. I don't know if they say that. But, and then, you know, it's funny, the guy with the sign, haha, I did like that part a lot, to be honest. It made me lol a little bit on the inside. And then they walk in, they have that fucking, ooh, an arcade. They have that horse that changes color. And, you know, that entire time watching the movie, you know it's the first black and white movie. So, and you can clearly tell they're trying to flex the colors. The first non-black and white, I don't know if I said black and white or non-black and white, but first movie with color. You can tell they're trying to flex the colors with, you know, just the colorful place in general. It starts off colorless, and, you know, when they get into the, not Kansas anymore world, whatever the fuck we're calling it. Interesting arcade. Then the color starts, which I think is a cool concept. That was quick. Which, yeah, it's whatever, probably relevant. But, yeah, it's a colorful kingdom, you know, follow the yellow brick road. Everything looks, you know, as pretty as you can for the time. All very colorful. Emerald City, like, is this green glowing place in the background. You know, everything's very vibrant. Every bit of color that they can put in the movie is very, very vibrant. So you gotta hang it there. They knew how to flex their shit. Not it's something here, maybe? I didn't think so. But I was like, maybe it's super secret room. Couldn't tell. But then they get to the city, and then they're just like, you know, if you didn't see how good the color is before. Oh, I hate myself for that damage. They're like, oh, you're gonna see it now. Because they literally just, they have a horse, which I guess, the horse is already unnecessary, actually. Because they walk in the building, and they're being drawn by horse carriage when they could have walked. Why is the horse carriage in the building? I don't know. It's already extra to begin with. But, to make it even more extra, the horse changes colors. It starts off like green, red, yellow. It just changes. Because they're like, oh, you thought this was cool? Well, how about now? We can change the color of horses. And I know Wizard of Oz is based off a book. I don't know if they have a horse that changes color in the movie itself, the book itself. But regardless, even no matter what, I think it's a funny flex that you know, so I was looking at map at the worst time. That it adds to the charm. Because the Wizard of Oz, it's honestly just very charming. When I say it passes the vibe check, I could have just said it's charming. Not that it's the best movie ever. And I will say, and then they, you know, get to the guy who they have to talk to get to the Wizard of Oz. And he's, you know, checking after they hear Dorothy's sob story. And then the lion gets another song. I don't know why he got another song. It was my least favorite song of the entire movie, which I think I feel bad for. Because I know, like, it's kind of iconic. You know, all the songs are probably iconic. Yeah, we'll take it, I guess, for the Tears Up. But, like, it's because of the little thing he does with his voice. Like, he rolls, like, you know how you can roll your R's? he rolls his whatever to make that happen. If you know, you know. I don't know how to give more detail. Sorry, I forgot to pause. I was scratching my arm. I don't know how to give more detail than that. So honestly, if you know, you know. That's the only way to put it. Can we go back for that curse room? Can we bomb our way through that, or is it open? I want to know, but let me do this first, actually. I thought that song was kind of... it wasn't like... I don't know how to put this, I guess. Maybe it just didn't do it for me at the end of the day. Maybe I just thought it was relevant. Maybe I just didn't like the line. Because, you know, it fits. You know, he's going to be king of the forest. It literally fits perfectly. But, like, hashtag when we're lions in the forest, they're in the jungle. It actually makes no sense as well. Not that I'm really nitpicking that too much. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It just didn't do it for me. I kind of was over it. And we literally just do this. You know what? Oh, we can black room both of these, actually. Big brain, big brain. What you gonna do when they come for you? Big brains. It's too late for Eraser. Oh, that was very fucking worth. 3 extra damage, some tears up. Yes, sir. And let's see. Is there more to analyze with this movie? Oh, and it is funny because like I said, I watched the movie a lot as a kid, and I pretty much remembered everything that happened. It was hard to remember the order of everything that happens. Like when they were, like I was just waiting for the flying monkey. Oh, we have to go through the store anyway. I was just waiting for the flying monkey scene like the entire time. Because I guess it just stuck out the most. Maybe it's because I like monkeys. Here's a life hack for all you guys. You get extra HP if you do that right, however. I did not do it right. I was just waiting. And when they were in the hot air balloon, I was like, no, no. Even though they're about to leave, I was like, no, 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 no. This doesn't happen. She clicks her heels. How does she leave here? And then Toto jumps out the fucking hot air balloon, and he's just like, I don't know how to stop this thing. Sorry, guys. Bye. And he just floats away. Like, that was unironically really fucking funny. I love that guy so much. He's like, I don't know how to get down. Sorry. It's just so stupid. But it worked so well. It made me, like, actually laugh out loud a little bit. Just most iconic part. Like, literally hands down. I don't know if that's a hot take. Me saying that's, like, the best fucking part. But it's just facts as far as I can tell. Honestly, we should take that because we don't even care about the shop. But you know what? Min-maxing time is over. I mean, it's over. I'm sorry to say. I don't know what to tell you. But before that, when oh, actually, this is the stupidest part of the entire fucking movie. Well, this part isn't stupid, but it's stupid how it doesn't really lead to anything. Ooh, what does that even do with Judas? I have 0 guesses. But so when they're, you know, Dorothy gets kidnapped by the witch, they're invading like the palace. First of all, I love the monkey guards. They creep me the fuck out, but I always thought they were aesthetically really cool. I don't even know if they're supposed to be monkeys, but you know what I mean. What was I saying? Oh yeah, yeah. And then so they're without Dorothy for the first time, and then you know, the Scarecrow was like hatching a plan. He was like, you know what, I know the plan is. I'm like, oh, okay, so this is how they truly like figure out that they had, you know, the heart, the courage, the wisdom inside of them all the time. They got the Triforce essentially. I was like, okay, this is the movie showing us that the Scarecrow has a brain. Tin Man has a heart, and the Lion has courage. And the only thing that happens for the Tin Man was he was like, oh, I can't help feel bad for Dorothy being trapped up there all alone. And that was it for him having a heart. Which, I mean, it showed it, so it's not like they didn't even show it. And then the Scarecrow says, I have a plan. The plan, it doesn't matter because they immediately get caught, and then they are epic after that, and they, you know, get the guards' clothing. But, his plan's never really shown because it just... I mean, unless the plan happens... That was his plan anyway. You got really fucking lucky in that case. Who cares he has his plan, you know? And then the Scarecrow's like, okay, the plan involves you, Lion, being brave. That's essentially what he says. I think it says, like, it involves you leading us. And actually, you know what? That's not the plan because the Lion did not lead them. And he's like, oh, you know what? I can do it. I'm like, okay, so this is them showing that You know, the lion actually has courage. And like I said, this scene isn't stupid. Well, I literally thought you were the Harbinger. It isn't stupid in itself, but just the fact it doesn't amount to what I don't even know. Amount to literally anything makes it stupid. Because like I said, Scarecrow's plan doesn't work out, so he doesn't have brains at the moment. And the lion can't prove that he's courageous. But you know what? Maybe, it'll prove itself in the future. And so the Tin Man cries again in the end. But there's nothing in between, really. Maybe he cries to Dorothy. I don't even know. It's good enough. You know what? The Tin Man's already kind of, like, mad to me. So it's good enough. I don't really care about him too much. The Scarecrow, he does get smart. You know, he drops the chandelier on all the monkey guards. Maybe he does something else as well. I don't know. We're not making balls. Okay, I had to check. So, you know what? we didn't even get the rock blown up. Okay, I was gonna say, how's that not the Fool card? So, you know, Scarecrow, he has the best character development. He does. It's proven the most, I should say. And I suppose you could argue Tin Man's was shown just as much. But I don't know. I guess it just isn't as epic, you know, crying versus saving the day. It's a little different. It's not like his heart helped him save the day. He just kind of cried. And the lion is very cowardly during that entire thing. Let's find out what this does. Oh, that's right. Book of Revelations about Judas. I forgot about that. I love this. Not that we can use it here, but it's very cool. So the lion genuinely makes no fucking progress. Like, no proof of the progress. I really think he's going back to the jungle, a scaredy cat. Well, he probably is hanging out in the kingdom with the wizard and stuff. So, like, he kind of dodged a bullet. He kind of has an ego now. I think genuinely, the Wizard of Oz just gave him the courage, the mindset he has courage, but he doesn't really have courage. So as soon as he gets himself in another sticky situation, he's going to be panicked. But I think he's going to do his best to avoid said sticky situations at the end of the day. Honestly, Red Key isn't the best for birthrights right now. But, you know, they're in the kingdom. They're in Emerald City. He probably doesn't have to go back to the jungle. Won't do it. But it's funny when the Wizard of Oz, this is Bookworm, by the way, which is, I'm going to keep over. Yeah, I'm keeping over. Because we get a lot of damage. Plus, we can use it more often than just with, you know, against walls. Some walls, I should say. So, yeah, the Wizard of Oz. I thought it was kind of funny. I got exposed. Don't pay attention to the man behind the curtain. Haha, lol. I already knew that was coming, but it was. I liked it. It was funny enough. But when he started actually, why did I pop that? I'm thinking it's Book of Rev almost. Ooh, he's a big boy. But when he is giving, you know, the Tin Man a heart, blah, 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 it's such a fucking joke. Like, I do not remember the movie ending that poorly. And it's not the end, but it's when they're getting their stuff. I could have sworn he had better words of encouragement. I don't even remember him gifting them anything. Because he literally is like, you know what, Scarecrow? Here's a diploma. You're smart now. People like you are dumb till they go to school. Here's this. You got brains. He just has that paper. He didn't really go to school. And then he says some mathematical equation or whatever. So it worked, I guess. But it's stupid how it worked. Like, I don't really give that part of the movie any fucking points, to be completely honest. And then, oh my god, the Tin Man, what do you get? Did you get like a watch that has a heart on it? And is like, you know what? People don't even want hearts because they get heartbroken. But here you go anyway. And he was like, oh, it's so beautiful. Like, it's so bad. And then, what does the lion even get? What does the lion get? What the fuck? I don't even remember. It's been not even a day. It's been like, what? A little over 12, not even 12 hours, actually. I have no idea what the lion got, and I feel stupid for it. Yeah. But like I said, I don't give any points of the movie to this fucking part. Like, this part subtracts points for the movie, to be honest with you. I don't know, lion got something stupid, and he's like, you know what, you were courageous the whole time. He's like, no, he wasn't. He's a coward. And then, what was it, like a crown? Fuck! I'm actually mad I can't remember this. My phone vibrated. What did I get? Let me see. Is it YouTube comments? No, it's an email from my bank that's like an advertisement for something that I didn't read. Then I will ignore that email. Okay, so the lion got something stupid, and he's like, you had courage inside you, dude. Yeah, but he didn't, and he will continue to not. Ooh, spun as well. I thought I had flying still. That's the curse of the Bible sometimes, to be honest. The Bible curse, a little clickbait. Okay, just making sure we still had a charge for mom. Making sure this wasn't mom, I should say. So, it's genuinely so fucking bad. And then, you know, the higher balloon scene is very fucking funny. But then, yeah, and then the witch comes back, and she's like, oh, I could have helped you all along, but you wouldn't have believed me. What have you learned, Dorothy? And Dorothy just spits out some poetry. So she's honestly a fucking genius, because I feel like I would have been like, what did I learn? You tell me, then yeah, I totally learned. I want to go home, you know? Also, why the fuck does she want to go home? If she goes home, her dog dies. Her dog fucking dies if she goes home. Like I'm not even kidding. This isn't for jokes. Toto dies. I think the end of Wizard of Oz is Toto fucking dies. Unless, you know, the Wicked Witch of the East, you know, getting stomped on the house is metaphor for how she actually fucking dies in real life. But no, because the Wicked Witch of the West is the fucking girl that wants to kill the dog, her neighbor, whatever. So I don't see how the twister makes her not want the dog dead any less. Maybe she suddenly has bigger fish to fry because of the tornado. So it's wishful thinking that Toto doesn't die. And maybe, I mean, maybe the witch melting is also another one. It is also a metaphor for her neighbor, or whoever the fuck, to die. Because the witch did melt. By the way, the witch melting was stupid as well. I didn't mean to do it again, but it's probably fine, to be honest. So y'all know how she melts, right? Fucking, she's like, I'm gonna burn the scarecrow. And then she proceeds to burn the scarecrow. He's on fire. They're like, ah, fuck, I'm on fire. And then what happens, you ask? There's just casually a bucket of water. And we're gonna clear the floor because I got more to say about Wizard of Oz. There's just casually a bucket of water just right fucking there. And then she splashes like a good amount of water on the scarecrow. And like a splash of water hits the witch's face. And then suddenly she's melting. You know how, like, I get, like, I always knew she'd be melting at some point. You know, I knew that's how this would end. I thought it would happen in a better way, I suppose. Because it's just like a quick cut, then something's like, oh, wait. The fucking antagonist of the movie is dying right now? Like, it just happens in a matter of, like, 2 seconds. And it's like, wait, actually? Like, there should have been, like, the water hurts my face, and then they're like, wait a second, and then start pouring more water on her, and that's how it ends. But instead, it's just like a quick shot that awkwardly cut, to be completely honest. And then she's down for the count, down for the entire rest of the movie. She's dead. She's dead. Stupid. It's fine. We're gonna win. We literally have to walk in that boss fight and press a button. So it's just like, is this really how it ends? And it's kind of sad that the movie ended like that because it's so not even well put together in any sense. Like, it's so bad. I digress though. We'll go in here for the memes just to know, I guess. Worth? I mean, it's not even worth. It's neutral. Any other thoughts? Oh yeah, and at the end of the movie, she was like, oh, you were there, and you were there, you know, because the farming guys, or the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe, you know what I mean. So, I remember as a kid, someone had to explain that to me. They're like, oh yeah, the guys at the farm, they were the Tin Man, and all those guys too. And I was like, what? That's so fucking clever. But literally, as the beginning of the movie was happening, when I rewatched it, I was like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense. What's my score? Oh, okay. That's probably not that good, I guess. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, if we speedrun, did min-max, and didn't take some of those items, we really could have had a really solid run. Like, if we didn't die the first floor, I think we're on track to do pretty well. And I think a lot of people did die in that first floor, or early on, because it is Judas. So I think we could have done really well. But I hope you enjoyed my Wizard of Oz rant. And overall, it did pass the vibe check. Also, the nostalgia check did pass as well. It was funnier than expected at times, and the story was fine. Just some cheesy cuts, some songs that went on for a little too long, or I didn't really like in general. Tin Man was kind of eh. The fucking lines progression was just stupid and non-existent. Scarecrow's goat. Dorothy was cool. Toto goat. The Wizard of Oz was cool. The witches were honestly pretty cool until one of them dies. The Munchkins, I liked them. Their song went on too long, but I liked them. The people at the farm, I don't know. And Toto dies. That's the moral of the story. Toto fucking dies at the end of Wizard of Oz.